Welcome back to Bearcat Update. I'm Alex Sanchez. Jenny? 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 It worked. I finally replaced Jenny with John Walker. Where's that music coming from? I don't know.
Anyways, I'm John Walker. Today on the show, we bring you your latest Bearcat sports news.
The cross-country team is finishing up their fall season after great regular season performances. The team will be heading to Emporia State on Saturday for the conference meet to compete for the MIAA championship.
And as cross-country is finishing up their season, basketball is just beginning. The women's basketball team has added 2 new faces to its program. Our reporter Becca Ross gets the exclusive interview with head coach Austin Meyer and assistant coach Ade Houston. Becca?
The Northwest women's basketball team has added new leadership, but they aren't unfamiliar with the Northwest basketball program. Formerly assistant men's basketball coach and now head coach Austin Meyer and former player assistant coach Ade Houston.
When the opportunity came last April to coach the women's team, it really excited me. It was an opportunity. I'd been itching to be a head coach, and Northwest being home to me, it's close to home, family nearby, and I just love everything that Northwest is about.
It all started when I was a player here. The culture here, the family type environment with our team, all of those instances created the type of environment that I wanted to be a part of, and that started back when I was a player.
Although the season has yet to start, Coach Houston has already seen great things building up with their team. With games only a week away, they have a sturdy foundation to build on.
Well, right now, I think the biggest thing that they do, they bring a ton of energy. And that can go a long way. Their effort has been great, and a lot of times that'll go a long ways when we reach situations in game where that's really required. Of course, execution and all of those things are going to be necessary, but I think that's one of the biggest things right now that just stands out with this team.
Northwest plays in one of the toughest conferences in the MIAA, with the #1 nationally ranked UCM leading the way and multiple other national title contender teams on that list. Coach Meyer is confident in his girls to play their game and compete at the highest level.
You can go down the list of teams in the league, and they're really good teams. There's not going to be any easy nights, and I think more of it right now is about us, though. Obviously, when we get into the season, we get into games and scouting and stuff like that, it'll be more. We'll address the teams a little bit more, but right now it's just about us and getting better every day.
The Northwest girls basketball team may be rebuilding, but they won't let that stop them from giving it their all and bringing the energy needed to have a successful season. For Bearcat Update, I'm Becca Ross.
Thanks, Becca. We're going to take a quick break, but stick around. We're not done talking about Bearcat basketball just yet.
Welcome back to Bearcat Update.
As you know, we're still on the theme of spooky. Talking about spooky, that jersey's pretty spooky.
And not as spooky as that loss to the Patriots, though.
Moving along now, the women's basketball team has been in the gym prepping for the beginning of their season. The girls will open their season in Wayne, Nebraska on Friday, November 9th, taking on Wayne State. Their first home game will be Wednesday, November 14th against College of St. Mary.
And today on Bearcat Boulevard, we have Maria Detlinger. She is a senior for the women's basketball team, so we'll just get straight into it. So it could be spooky having a new head coach, but you have Austin Meyer coming in, new head coach of the women's basketball team. How do you feel the transitions went so far?
Yeah, I think they've been going really good. Both Meyer and Houston bring a ton of energy every day. Just being around them, it's hard not to, have a lot of energy yourself. So practices have been really fun, but really intense too. And I think it was a really smooth transition, honestly, just from the start, just because we were already comfortable with him, just being around him, traveling and stuff with the guys and everything. So we knew him. It was a familiar face coming in, so that definitely helped, and we were just able to transition really smooth.
And 3 new freshmen. How have you seen them from them so far?
Oh, yeah, they're doing really good. Actually, Kira is hurt right now. She just had surgery, so she's been out. But the other 2, they've been doing really good. They just were able to get right into it. They mix well with the rest of us. I think we all just click really well on the court, which has also helped with the transition. They've been showing a lot of good stuff so far.
And then you've had 17 starts in 26 games 2 years ago, 5 starts, 27 games last year. You kind of seem to be the first person off the bench, kind of that role player. Do you feel like that kind of attributes to the culture, that everybody buys in and does what they have to do?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for me, it's not so much about how much I start, how much I play. At the end of the day, I just want to get the win.
Exactly.
So yeah, and I think the whole team's like that too. And Coach talks about that too. Just contributing your role, whatever it might be, and helping the team out the best you can. Yeah.
And you're going to be going into your senior year. How special is this year for you?
It's pretty special. It's still kind of hitting me that it's my last year, but yeah, I mean, I'm just really excited. I think the coaches will be great. The team's great. We all get along, so I'm really excited for the last year, yeah.
And then what is one game that you guys have on the schedule? You know, you open up on the 9th and then have the home opener, but you have those people down the road and a couple of other important games on your schedule. What's one that you guys have been eyeing as a team?
Yeah, I mean, Mo West is definitely always a big rival game. UCM is the national champions from last year, so that'll be a fun game. They're always a tough team to play. I think those are two big ones that we're really excited about.
Okay. That looks like it's going to be it for today on Bearcat Boulevard. Maria, thank you for joining us, and best of luck this season.
Welcome back to this spooky version of Bearcat Update. The volleyball team competed back home this past weekend after their long journey on the road. The Cats started off slow to begin their match against Missouri Southern, but ended up dominating the match, sweeping the Lions.
And you know, Alex, we add another 20-win season to the program, making it only the 15th in program history. Also, this win sets a school record for conference win this season with 12. But the girls are not done adding on to this record just yet.
Absolutely. Saturday, they took on Southwest Baptist for senior night. They sweep the SBU. Bearcats move on the record to 21-6 overall. The girls are unstoppable with a 19-0 record when it comes to 3-set matches. The girls sit at 4th in conference right behind Central Oklahoma.
And you can see that it's pretty stacked conference, but they do still have 2 more regular season games. Fort Hays State on Friday, and then closing the regular season with 6th-ranked Nebraska Kearney on Saturday before they head into the very tough conference tournament. Tough game for the girls this weekend, but I look forward to seeing how they compete.
From best friends since elementary school to Northwest student trainers, they propel the football team from workouts to practice to game day. Reporter Nolan Brooks has more. Nolan?
What most people see in athletics is the athletes themselves. But what about the people carrying around the water bottles and equipment bags? I caught up with athletic training manager Jack Macias to see what their role is in athletics.
So we basically do all the behind the scenes more with the athletic trainers. We don't actually deal with the athletes themselves. We deal with like filing all their paperwork, all their injury reports, their medical bills. Then we also help with setting up for practice and the tear downs and setting up for games and all that.
When it comes to the staff relationship, it always helps to know someone, and athletic student manager Trey Oglesby knew just the right person.
It's nice knowing people and having people you've been around, especially Jack. I've known Jack since I was like 5 years old, so our parents have known each other for a long time, and getting to be around Jack, it's always fun. You never know what's going to happen, so I enjoy it. With
Macias being from Maryville, he fit the program's need for a townie to be on staff.
It's pretty fun. The athletic trainers, when they hire us, they try to have at least one townie per se to be like work for them, and it's just a good experience to actually be inside the operation itself and work for them.
As the athletic training program continues to move forward, Oglesby knows they need to be ready for anything needed of them.
It depends on certain things, you know. There's some things where you need more hands than what you need others, but as long as we can keep progressing north, like the way I look at it, we're part of the training staff, so if we can help the trainers help the athletes to make the athletes more prepared or more ready for whatever is about to come, then that's a positive of it.
It is always important to know the behind-the-scenes work for athletics, as they play a big role in the program's success every single day of the year. For Bearcat Update, I'm Nolan Brooks.
Thanks, Nolan. Our 11th ranked football team went down to Oklahoma last weekend to take on Northeastern State. The Bearcats rolled over the Riverhawks with a 62-17 victory.
And you know, Alex, they had a whopping 568 total offensive yards and only hold the Riverhawks to 193. Senior Sean Bain Jr. caught his 29th career touchdown reception, and with 2 receptions against Northeastern State, that puts him in a 7th place tie for Northwest all-time receptions list with 196.
This win moves the Cats 8-1, still holding down the top of the conference. Regional rankings came out last week, letting us know that the playoffs are coming fast. Northwest still sits in 4th in Super Region 3.
Ferris State sits at number 1, followed by Ouachita Baptist, and then Grand Valley State. We'll see how every team pans out. It should be an interesting one with just a couple of weeks left in the regular season.
There's a lot going on this week. Let's take a look at our top picks. Last year, the Cats had an emotional loss on Senior Day against Fort Hays. This year, they are coming back to Bearcat Stadium, hopefully with a different outcome. I look forward to see how they can come out and win on this, especially on senior night.
And that should be a pretty special one for all the seniors and for Bearcat fans alike. The volleyball team is sitting in the same boat, actually. They have 2 more games left in the regular season. They head over to Nebraska Kearney on Saturday, and they dropped a close 5-set match in Bearcat Arena a couple of weeks ago. And I hope they can grab the dub against a nationally ranked team before heading into their end-of-season tournament play.
Yeah, I agree. That's all we have for you this week on this spooky version of Bearcat Update. You can follow us on Twitter at BearcatUpdate_8.
Or if you're interested, you can catch all of our previous episodes on YouTube at KNWT8. Thanks for watching, and have a great night.
Thanks for watching this week's episode of Bearcat Update.
If you are interested in watching last week's, you can find it right here, or any of the previous ones, find it right here.